You think you got enough notes? Jesus.
No, well, it was Shark Week, so it only made sense that I take elaborate notes on each film. Yes.
Yeah, it's like 3 pages.
It's 2 and maybe a 10th? 2 and a 10th.
Okay. Yeah, make sure I get it right.
Yeah, you gotta be precise when referring to note taking and page numbers.
No.
Just round it up. Who cares?
Yeah. Specificity is always
People with
utmost
OCD care, Josh.
OCD.
Carmen Electra cares.
Who's Carmen Electra?
About money.
No, Electra. Jennifer Gardner cares.
I thought you meant Electra.
I thought you meant Carmen Electra.
No, I was
Didn't you say Carmen Electra?
Yeah, I know.
John and I both.
I was trying to
Electra.
I was trying to do a thing, but yeah.
You can always do the thing, John.
No, it's over now. It's over now.
What's up, guys? We're back in the studio, joined with my boys.
Jash with an A.
John.
And I'm James. Oh, hold on. John's name's still going. That's quite and that fit all on the birth certificate?
Yep.
And I'm James.
I wanted to take issue. You guys haven't been spelling my name correctly on the YouTube.
And this is Cinema Shat.
Bum 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 bum. Shark Week edition.
Pull out the mic addiction.
Because of the tigers at the end. Did you? Josh liked that one?
Yeah.
Hold on. I feel like making you laugh real quick, Josh. So 1 second. There's killer shark. There's killer shark.
He's impersonating a heavily what's it called? Plastic surgeried lady.
Yeah, under the knife a lot.
Yeah, her face has been slashed up by a weed whacker, and she can't act. So he was impersonating.
Yeah,
anyway.
You couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Just know that it was incredibly perfect and funny.
Yeah, it was a great performance. You deserve an Emmy. Moving on.
So moving on. Yeah, okay. So we got 2 movies to get through. This week, as we said, is Shark Week edition of Shit Show Showdown. John, you chose Jaws 4.
The Revenge.
And Josh, I'm just going to say that you chose...
I didn't choose any of these.
Yeah, that's why I said, and reluctantly was saying it. That's... Josh, I'm just going to have you choose this movie.
Who chose
Sharks.
Raging Sharks?
It was the only shark movie we had. It was the only other one.
Okay, we only have 2.
We only had...
Well,
no, we only have...
We only have Raging Sharks, but I went with Jaws 4.
No, and Atomic Shark.
Oh, and
we do
Atomic
have
Shark.
2 shark
yes.
movies,
I went
but
with
we've
Jaws
already
4
seen it.
initially just because I wanted to do Jaws and Jaws 4, so we had one that was absolute garbage and one that was a masterpiece.
Right.
But then Josh, you were like, we should watch another crappy movie. Because we've all seen Jaws, and we know it's going to be good. And we knew it was going to be better than Jaws 4. But picking another...
debatable.
Smile, you son of a bitch. He's talking to his wife. He's trying to... They're taking family photos at the beach, and she's like just... Because he's like constantly berating her, so she's not smiling. And he's like, smile, you son of a bitch.
And he's also pointing a gun at his wife.
Oh my God.
So
he's standing right next to her with the 22 pointed at her head.
Yeah.
So it like looks comically long. It's just weird.
What are you doing, honey?
I wish you'd stop referring to my mother that way.
So John, you picked Jaws 4.
Yes,
Do you want to sum up the plot?
us. Give us the rundown.
There was a plot?
Give us the rundown.
All right.
There was a plot.
So The Rock plays a shark, and Sean William Scott plays the wife from
I'm gonna cut
Jaws
your mic
1.
here. Okay. So you can't explain.
All right. So yeah, shark. Okay.
Sorry, I was
best
free space
could-
laughing for a while.
The best I can come up with for a plot for this movie is the lady from the first Jaws is being hunted. Her family's being hunted by a shark who wants revenge for King Jaws' death. and they follow them from New York to the Bahamas.
Okay.
Which also it started off with her son getting eaten in the New York harbor. So
It did not start off.
So
No, it started off with just.
Oh yeah, well it
People
started
talk.
off with boring
I know,
shit,
I'm
and then her
fucking.
son gets eaten 10 minutes in
for
later
the
in
folks
movie.
at home, John is not joking.
Yeah, tell the folks.
That's
this
the
is
fucking plot.
This is the real plot. I'm not making shit up right now.
Josh is
Yeah.
just screaming.
The shark hunts the
That's
family,
the stupidest thing.
and it can determine who's part of that bloodline or not. Like it distinctly avoids people that aren't a part of the bloodline. It only catches them accidentally.
Wait, what?
Like it'll
right,
it'll always
it's hunting
aim
all their family, right.
It's only aiming for the family. Like it's not trying to kill just random people.
Yeah.
It's just only this family.
It has a vendetta.
Yeah.
They should have called it Jaws Vendetta, and
Jaws-
starring Hugo.
J for Vendetta.
Sharks have
Jaws for
sharks
Vendetta.
have the brain of a bowl of cottage cheese. They're not going to be able to hunt someone's family members. Like
No, magnets, bro. Magnets.
Yeah, magnets,
That's how
bro.
they-
Fucking
goes
magnets.
six.
How do they work?
Yeah. Don't you know anything about sharks and magnets? Okay. So I took notes as we watched the film. Usually I do notes,
yeah,
sparsely. This I wanted to get a rundown. So
definitely.
first note is opens with no shark attack. All right, scratch that
Oh
off.
right. That's
Scratch
okay.
that off.
Moving along.
We addressed that Jaws opened with a shark attack, and this movie
Right.
opened with not that.
How does it open?
It's
The mom's
Christmas.
talking.
yeah, the Christmas,
Yeah.
and she's talking to her son, and they're making dinner, and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna go out on the boat," and she's like, "I just hate when you go out on that boat
Near the sharks.
near where the sharks just be mingling."
Yeah.
Okay,
What was
surprise, he fucking dies.
Yeah, he gets murked.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, first it eats his arm, and then he's just like, my arm!
yeah. That's exactly right.
And then he's
yeah.
like, instead of going to operate the boat to drive away, because you can still do that with one arm,
Well, he might have been in shock,
so he just
I'm
kind
being
of hangs. Leave. So he gets bitten while on the side of the boat, laying there, because he's like, "Oh my, I don't have an arm." I'm a
Yeah,
jerk
what a-
off.
what a
an
shithead
idiot.
is it?
What an idiot! Who loses an arm? What a fuck ass. Anyway, so he gets attacked because he's laying on the boat, and it has to happen. Script. And then so he dies, and then a log floats up in his place, which is never addressed again. We never see the log again, but the one time it washes up on the beach. That's it. We never see it again.
So that was just debris from the attack.
Oh, excuse me, it's Dabris.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
No, he was referring to the things that like the foreskin that gets cut off at places. Like it's just a big amalgamation of foreskin.
Did I?
It's almost
cheese?
like an 8 skin at this point. I'd even go so far to say a 16 skin.
Okay.
Did
6 skin.
Did I go to the bathroom during this part?
No. You didn't bathroom at all once. You didn't
Right.
bathroom at all.
Yeah,
You
that's a
didn't
verb,
bathroom not
James.
once. Not ever.
I've
Not once.
I've never seen you bathroom before.
Okay. So I'm gonna push through these quickly. Okay, so then other
Yeah,
son
we only
appears.
have fucking 40 of them.
we probably have 40 right here. Okay, so then I have other son appears.
Oh right, she has.
He
He's
works
a marine
He works in the
biologist.
ocean, of
Yeah,
course.
Back in the 70s, she was just pumping them out.
Yeah. Meanwhile, her first son, right? Didn't one of her sons die in Jaws? No, I'm thinking of another lady in Jaws. Her son dies.
Okay.
Her son dies. That's right. Okay. She had a floppy hat. Well, everybody had a floppy hat. It was the beach in the 70s.
Yeah.
Can I borrow your copy of Goosebumps?
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the bearded son appears.
Be sure and check it out
and,
with the secretary downstairs.
Sounds good.
Okay.
And
You still need to return.
I wish we could say jokes without
monsters in the attic.
what was that?
You still need to return monsters in the attic.
No, I brought that back last week.
Do you have your punch card? Do you have your punch card? It'll have if you returned it.
I was working here all day every day
Give me a
since
sec.
last week. I didn't see you. I would have remembered it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, let's.
Let me check my card.
Let's see the card.
Look, right there. You can see it.
It's not punched out.
Look right there!
That's the wrong punch hole. It's a very different thing.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, I'll bring back
That's
whatever.
for Taco Bueno. Is that a thing?
No, it's not.
It's for, yo, dude, that's your card for Taco Bueno. I can't even say. Yo, dude. Hold on, I'll take it again.
Okay.
Yo, dude, that's your card for Taco Bueno.
don't know why that's
it's
funny.
It's like
Just
taco.
trying to take it again.
It's like taco time. I went there one time up in Oregon and was like to get a quesadilla just because I was like, fuck it. It's like Taco Bell, but they fucking literally put the quesadilla like in a microwave right in front of me. And I'm just like, what? Why did I go here? I could have done this.
That's the best restaurant ever. They just chuck it in a dirty microwave.
Yeah, like they don't even try and hide it or anything.
It'll be ready in 30 seconds, sir.
Oh goodness! You about
Anyway.
kill me there. You about kill me there, boy.
Anyway, we digressed bigly.
Big time. Big league chew.
What were we talking about?
Brick
The other
Brickman.
kid. So there's another kid who works in the ocean.
Yeah, he's marine biologist.
Right, which is an unfortunate career choice for the plot of this movie. So okay, so they go to what is it called? The islands?
Oh, Bahamas.
Caribbean.
That's
They
the
go
next
to
note.
fucking Bahamas.
Caribbean,
At
one of the
40-minute
vacation.
mark, we are on vacation in the Bahamas.
Right. Now,
Yeah.
they go to the Bahamas after the knowledge or the suspicion that Jaws is hunting her kids and her.
Now, do they call the shark Jaws? Sorry.
Never call it Jaws,
They're
James.
like, Jaws is after us again. Sorry. I wish I could say a joke without laughing, but I
But
guess
they
I'm not
go
funny.
to the Bahamas.
No.
Why don't they go to the
James,
mountains?
no.
We were talking about this.
No, yeah, because the
go
next note is
anywhere but the beach.
Yeah.
they go to the Bahamas despite her fear and anger towards the ocean and the shark.
Right. That is easily fixable. Never go to the fucking beach again.
How do you have a shark movie in the mountains, Josh?
Right.
We've established this. The shark shows up on skis.
You know
Right.
what would have been better?
Cross country skiing.
Is if she was like, I want to get away from the ocean as far as possible. I'm going to
Yes.
go to Egypt or something. Plane crashes.
In the ocean.
Oh.
Maybe.
Yes. No, that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Into the ocean.
Dude.
There's
there
like
you
three
go.
people. There's like three
And-
people
and
floating
Jaws
on.
is there.
They're floating on Debris, and they're floating on Debris,
Poor
and
Deborah.
they're all picked off.
Dude. There you go.
Yeah.
You just pulled out a plot right out of your ass that is better
like
than
seconds.
this movie in like 2 seconds. So.
That doesn't require a lot, though. Pull a plot right out of your ass that's better than Jaws 4. Go.
Jaws 3.
She starts working at Quiznos, and then she gets knocked up in the walk-in freezer.
Already better than Jaws 4.
Already better than Jaws 4. Okay, so also we've already addressed the shark followed them to the Bahamas. So let me just scratch that out.
Yeah, the shark follows
For those of
them
you,
from
for
New
those of
York
you at
City
home
to the
listening,
Bahamas.
or in your Prius,
Wherever they are. It's somewhere, it was
I'm
somewhere in the
scratching
Northeast.
out.
Yeah, the
Notes.
shark follows them to New York in a Ford Focus.
it's environmentally friendly.
Honey, is it just me or does it seem like that Ford Focus has been following us for the past couple of miles? I'm sure it's nothing. Don't worry about
Nah, there's no shark in it either. Anyway,
It's like completely filled with water on the inside, so it can coexist inside. So it can exist inside of it.
that's great.
But the sunroof is open, because it's cute. Like whenever it stops, like it hits a red light, water splashes over the edge of the sunroof. You know,
But,
it's real. You know, McKay,
McKay?
Adam McKay.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, one of the actors looks like Bob from Reboot.
Yeah, you kept saying that. And we kept saying, what the fuck is Reboot?
So Reboot is a series that used early 90s computer animation. It was from 1994 and ran until 2002.
Bullshit.
It almost ran an entire fucking decade.
Bullshit.
It's a show.
It was
had,
a TV show.
How many seasons did it have? Like 8?
That is 8. That's 8. That's enough for syndication.
Wow.
Yet nobody's
Did,
asking for it.
Are they planning a...
I mean, clearly kids were asking for it.
Sequel?
Are they planning a...
Prequel?
Are they planning a...
Saga?
No, dude!
Reboot.
Thank you. Joke completed. Could you stamp my joke card, please?
Yeah, don't confuse it with your Taco Boy. Taco
Sir,
Taco
I can't
bueno.
take this. This is a joke card. I can't sell you your taco.
Eugene
taco
won't take my joke
Ingelato.
card.
Okay, so he looks like Bob. In case you're interested, people, type in reboot TV show Bob.
Because
That's what the Jamaican guy
Nobody's
looks like.
interested in reboot.
everyone's interested.
Plenty
in
of people
Reboot.
my age, and I'm 83. Okay, people living people. Typically, people around my age are interested in reboot. Fucking.
Ever said that?
Fucking duh. Okay. Shark is laughable, especially when we
dude,
see
yeah.
it.
Oh my god.
So yeah,
Remember the one where it's just like meandering through the water and you just cracked up, Josh? You were just like, bah.
yeah. So I said this while we were watching it, but you guys remember the first Jaws, of course.
Right.
What made the first Jaws so compelling?
The fact that we don't see the shark.
Of course,
explosions.
obviously.
Bro.
Smile, you son of a bitch. Credits.
So this movie didn't get that very simple idea because they just show the shark fully lit in the middle of the ocean in the Bahamas.
and you can clearly tell it's like that's made of some sort of leathery plastic material.
Like Jim Henson could have made a better shark.
Jim Henson would have made a much better shark.
That's true. Yeah.
That's doing almost.
Daniel
that's
Day-Lewis
almost
would
an
have
insult
made
to
a
the great
much better
Jim
shark.
Henson.
Dude,
I mean, playing
yeah.
the shark,
Yeah,
not making
with no
the shark.
makeup.
No makeup.
No makeup at all.
Yeah,
He
not
would've
in
done a
shark
much better
face.
performance.
Shark face
You're
is
correct,
offensive.
John.
You're correct, John.
Shark face is offensive.
Okay, but there's obviously there is validity to what you just said, but contrary to popular belief, Jaws, when Steven Spielberg was making it, they actually planned to show the shark as much as they could.
Right.
But they had so many technical difficulties with hydraulics and all these moving components
yeah.
and mechanisms and stuff or mechanical things within the water that it kept short-circuiting. This also happened in Jurassic Park
Right.
with the T-Rex. Like, it would just come on when they're not shooting.
That would be fucking terrifying.
You
Pretty
should
scary,
you
dude.
should see the interviews of people talking about when the T-Rex would just come on.
Are you serious?
Yes, there are people they would like. It would be
Dude.
so terrifying.
That's really cool.
So
Yeah.
imagine being in the mouth of a mechanical shark that has everything's fake. But the amount
yeah.
of pressure that would close up on you if you were inside the mouth,
And if
even though they're
something
fake
malfunctioned-
teeth,
No
they're going
shit,
to
wow.
puncture with enough pressure. You know what I mean? So, like, it's very terrifying to be anywhere near that shark in Jaws 1 that's short-circuiting. So that's why it was seen and used so little. That being said, it became the absolute
Yeah.
importance of the
A
film,
A
very
a
much
happy
like
accident
Alien.
becomes an
Happy accident.
iconic.
Absolutely.
And it
Absolutely.
actually fucking catapulted Spielberg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is weird to think about, but
So, yeah, we see the shark a lot, and
Wait, they
it's...
put Steven Spielberg in a catapult and
Yes.
like just fired him? A straight up
I
trebuchet?
remember Spielberg. There's this.
Oh yes,
This
the
is,
old Spielberg catapulting of '87. We actually catapult a sheep
Right.
now every year on the year to commemorate the occasion.
That's how it goes. The release of Commando, tearing down the Berlin Wall, catapulting Steven Spielberg. So there was this thing I was listening to where Steven Spielberg was in a taxi arriving to the Jaws premiere.
Uh-huh.
And there was a line like 3 blocks. God damn it, Dove. The dog is making noise. There's a line like 3 blocks from the theater of everybody wanting to see Jaws. And yeah, he was just like, wow. I mean, he didn't say it like that. He probably sounded actually excited.
No, it sounded exactly...
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
Oh wow,
Right.
that's fucking
mean,
neat.
picture that.
You
He was
fucking
like-
nerds
he
are
was
here to
like
watch a
fucking-
movie.
He was like our age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's the biggest.
Nah, that
director
would be
immediately.
just like that would be a moment where it's just like wow,
Yeah, it's fucking cool.
like, holy shit, like not even like not
Oh,
like
okay,
not
yeah,
like meant to be said in a very like sarcastically or whatever apathetic way, but just like you're at a loss for words. What do you say?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
just kind of like,
Fuck.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Like losing your fucking mind.
Yeah. But,
Okay,
anywhoozle.
So next note is, I guess they are fighting it now. So they're fighting the shark.
Oh,
the scientists were. They were. Remember, this is when it attacked the boat, and then they're like, I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, they're
Who cares?
So the mom's son is a scientist and a marine biologist, and they're collecting snails or shells.
Thank you. I was about to write a very strongly written letter. Just calling him a scientist.
Snails.
They call them snails, but
Snails.
those aren't.
Hermit
they're not
crabs.
snails. Yeah, they're like hermit crabs.
Yeah.
Right?
Something like that.
I don't know.
I
have
I'm not
no
a shark
fucking idea.
geologist.
But
I don't know. I'm not a heroologist.
But they're collecting shells.
It's somebody that specializes in hero, the Greek sandwich.
And the shark attacks, and they're like, we should study the shark because it'd be career-making move to study the shark. So they
it's hunting us.
No, they didn't think it was hunting them at the time.
Oh.
Or maybe they did. I don't fucking know. This movie is so boring.
It was pretty boring.
They attach a tracker to the shark,
Mm-hmm.
which is the size of a fire extinguisher. when
Mini tracker my ass.
like even though it was the fucking 80s, they still had trackers like the size of a baseball. So that was stupid. They also just punctured the shark right in the face with it.
Yeah, he used a trident.
They
to
just
spear him with it.
Yeah, like they just wrap it around their tail, so they don't die. So these scientists sucked.
Yeah.
And then they talk for an hour, and then the mom starts a relationship with Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Oh yeah, Michael Caine's in this. I forgot.
Yeah, and yeah.
Did he fail you, John?
You failed.
I failed you. I failed you.
Hashtag Batman. And he flies a plane.
He was only 17. Or whatever the fuck.
When I was but a child, I would point to my mouth and my father would say, "Yes, Sir Michael Caine," and I would open it and wait until he poured beans in there.
Michael Caine.
So what a weird story, Michael. But
It's true.
yeah, so
I'm only dropping true Michael Caine facts.
so the shark attacks her children a few more times, and then she has the bright idea to, instead of drive to the Rocky Mountains in her car, she gets
From the
in a
Bahamas.
boat
Yep. All
and
by
drives
herself.
to the middle of the ocean by herself so she can kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just had to.
Like, just fuck off and wait it out.
I just
the
had
shark's
to.
not going to live forever. Like,
Michael. Was his name Michael? I just had to, Michael. Yeah.
sure.
No, Michael Caine is the actor.
I can't
Oh,
remember.
no, his name was Mike.
Was it Michael?
Mike, answer me.
Dirty Mike and the
No,
Boys.
that was Raging
That was
Sharks.
Raging Sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Right.
Dirty Mike and the Boys.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so
But yeah.
They were having a shark soup kitchen in the back of his Ford Focus.
The shark soup kitchen. So Michael Caine
Michael
crashes
Caine.
his plane into the ocean.
Yeah.
well, hold on. Before that, we have the best shark attack of the entire movie. And that's
remind
when
me, what was that?
the best attack is when the shark attempts to attack the kid on
The
the life
banana
raft
boat.
on the banana boat and eats a
Banana
complete
boat.
stranger.
Yeah.
It just eats a complete stranger because we haven't had anybody die in a little bit.
Right.
It's
And you
been a
don't- and you
fucking
can't
hour.
and you can't have the family die.
Yeah, you can't have the family die because this is a family.
Family friendly
Yeah.
shark movie.
The shark specifically knows who
Yep.
the kids are.
Because of
Who-
magnets.
Yeah.
No, that's Raging Sharks.
No, but yeah, the shark just knows the whole bloodline.
That's
You
Arian.
can just tell. It's like, oh, you're part of that motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Dude. Right.
The shark's like, I
That
got
is-
2 eyes, motherfucker. I see you. I'm going to get you. You might be walking around on that land, but soon you're going to be in this water.
And that's when it's time.
I don't know why, but you can be in here.
Yeah, I'm going to make you the best.
When you're taking a shower,
I'm
I'll
gonna-
be there.
I'm going to make you the
When you're
best
swimming,
sex
when you're
on the
swimming
beach
down
you've
at
ever
the
had.
YMCA, I'll be there.
Is this like the dumbest?
Yes.
I mean, we've seen
This is
bad
one
movies,
of the dumbest premises I've ever
but
heard.
Yeah, dude, as a premise, this makes no fucking sense. And
Yeah.
we've seen Vampire Wars.
Yeah. Vampire Wars. God, Vampire
Like
Wars.
we've seen movies
That had a
have-
plot.
Yeah,
But
that
were
have
just
bad
executed poorly.
premises. We've seen
Yeah.
that before, but this is like the dumbest. I
Yeah.
think because it makes like a shark can't do that.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Well, you
dolphin
just
wouldn't be
saw
able to do
proof,
that.
Josh. What else do you fucking need?
Like,
Let me guess. You think the world is round?
don't get me
ass.
started on that. No, I'm just kidding. But even a
Stop.
person would have to do some research before it knew whose kids were whose. A person.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
shark knows by sight
Yes.
who her kids are.
Yeah.
That is
Well,
the stupidest
It's just
thing
got
I've ever
shark senses.
Right.
A shark's intuition.
Obvious.
A shark's intuition always knows.
A shark's into fishing.
Get Out
Okay.
was a great movie.
Okay, so after that, here, let's just flip the page.
Yeah.
Rip it.
There's a rude drawing on the second page. Whatever. I'm cool with
I
it.
think that's open to interpretation. You find it rude. I find it art.
Oh.
Somehow, old lady is out on the boat, and her son, Michael Caine, and Bob are in a plane. So
Right.
we're there now.
Yeah,
And then they decide to
Somehow.
land the plane for some reason. Which
Somehow,
it's
old
not
lady.
a seaplane.
they see her alone on the boat, and they're like, "We need to get down there." So Michael Caine crashes the plane into the ocean.
And
That's
it
his first.
sinks.
I mean, as any trained pilot should think rationally, the plane should go in the water first, immediately.
Yeah.
If we need to get somebody, straight in the water. If they're in the water, that's where you want to be, because they're in the water. If they're on land, I'll land it on there.
Right. Yeah.
If they're in air, I'll just scoop them up, because I'm already in the air.
Yeah. John, you said this. Like, go to land and call the fucking Coast Guard.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah. Like, this is fucking retarded.
The Coast Guard would also know to crash their helicopter into the water.
We need to save that man. Quick. Crash into the ocean.
Now what? Well, now we're in the water, so we could save her. Duh.
Where are we going to go?
Don't you remember training? Hello?
But,
Another helicopter comes. We thought you needed backup. Just crashes. Immediately surfaces in the water. We thought you needed backup.
that's how stupid this movie is. This is one of the stupidest fucking movies I've
It
ever
is
seen.
so dumb. That's why it has a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
And we've seen a fucking David Heavener movie.
And yeah.
I love David Heavener.
What?
Can you imagine David Heavener?
Is it David Heavener?
David
Yeah,
Heavener.
David
Okay.
Heavener.
Fighting sharks.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Yeah, amazing. You already
David,
you're already psyched about it, and it's not even real.
Hey, David, do you think that would be cool? Today's episode of Shit Show is filmed in front of David Heavener tied up in our basement.
How else are we supposed to get the autographs? Shut your fucking mouth. You'll get your Christ checks later. Because he's into Jesus.
I shoved him back in the closet. Okay, so
Caine dies, but only for a moment.
Just for a moment, Michael Caine died.
Michael Caine, we think he's dead.
No, he is dead.
After crashing aircraft into the ocean,
He's like
but
stupid
he's
dead.
fine. And okay, so
Yeah,
let's
he crashes the airplane. Everyone's stupid fine. Like, they're totally okay.
Yeah.
They're totally okay.
yeah, they're fine. Yeah.
What
they
gets them
sustain
is the
no
shark.
damage.
Right, yeah.
The shark gets Michael Caine and the boat.
So
Takes
how
the
do they
whole- I mean,
kill
the
the
ship-
shark?
the
'Cause
plane.
we should get the raging sharks. 'Cause this movie fucking sucked.
Okay, here I'll just speed
Oh,
run.
here, you got some more.
Speed
stuff?
Yeah, just I got
Go
okay.
for it.
Okay, so Kane's dead. Psych.
He's
Bob
back.
gets killed. Spoilers. He's alive. Double psych. I literally have this written down. Okay. Ultimately, she crashes the boat into the shark. This movie is boo. Atomic Shark was better.
Yes.
Yeah. The shark
Okay.
explodes into a million pieces.
Yeah.
And then
when
they
the
fall
boat
in the water and
crashes
it's
into
supposed
it.
to be dramatic even though the shark is dead.
Yeah.
And the emotional core is the first movie.
Yeah.
Because they flash back to the husband
Yeah.
saying the iconic
Yeah.
line.
Because she was there. She saw her husband shoot the shark.
Of course.
You're being sarcastic, of course.
Yes, I
because
am.
She wasn't there, right?
She was also there for her
the
son's
flashback
death, who
of
got
the
his
son's
arm bit
death,
off.
yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
wait.
flashed back to something she wasn't there for.
And she was also there
twice.
for Bill dropping his ice cream in Central Park.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay, so
damn it.
we'll just
Go ahead and
psych.
cross all that out.
Yeah. So
Alright, we're
yeah, look
done
up
with
reboot.
this
Look up
movie.
Bob. That's what the Jamaican guy looks
That's
like.
the whole. That the moral of the story is look up reboot.
Yeah, John. This had a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
0% on
right?
Rotten Tomatoes. I
That
believe there might have been like
rarely
it might have been
happens.
like 10% for audience score.
Jack and
But
Jill
like
probably
it was
has a
0%.
higher score.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up
It
now.
does.
I guarantee there's at least one critic who was like, "Heh."
Okay.
Cool. And then, so our second.
Before we jump into it, Josh, anything you liked about this?
I like the scene where the
Movie
the
ends.
shark dodges the toddler and bites that dude in half. That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
funny.
yeah. That was the only part that was like,
It's still boring.
yeah,
But that was the
fucking
best
boring.
part.
Yeah, I'm
Jack
with you
and
on
Jill has a 3%.
Wow.
This movie is critically rated worse than Jack and Jill.
that. Oh my god. Okay. Raging Sharks, 2005.
That's right. Yes.
Nearly.
Oh,
Who picked this?
It was
Fate.
kind of just-
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
the
had it.
Shark Week. 'Cause it
Josh,
was
you
our
picked
only
it.
Shark
What are you?
movie.
The
You
par-
fucking retarded?
Josh, the park guy
Excuse
picked
me.
it.
Mentally challenged? Sorry, I didn't want to use the word retarded. It's
That's
offensive.
right. Yeah.
The park guy picked it.
A park guy?
The park guy.
The
What's
park
that?
guy.
The three witches that would cut the thread of fate, like in Hercules.
Oh, I thought you meant
And they share the
apartheid.
one eye.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why they're called the park eye? Because they're all like part eye or something.
No,
I'm kidding.
It's just because it's a Greek, but yeah,
Oh.
I thought those chicks were homeless.
they
but yeah,
probably
so
were. Well, no,
Rage-
they lived in the underworld.
Oh, okay.
Hades
Mhm.
rented a very nice 3-bedroom apartment to them.
Word.
Three
Yeah.
bedroom.
They only
Condo?
used 2 of the bedrooms. Which
It was the-
weird.
it
One
was
of them
the
just
old
liked to
set
sleep
from
on
Golden Girls.
Sleep in the bathroom. It's weird.
Yeah.
Three's Company. It was that set. It's just down in Hades, and
Yeah.
those three witches are
Flames
using
at every window.
What do you mean? It's just down in Hades. Three's Company was filmed in
in
hell.
Hades.
So,
All right, so next is Raging Sharks.
Raging
Josh
Sharks.
is ready to talk about his favorite film ever.
Sure, I'll
Okay.
sum up Raging Sharks over here.
All right, just sum it up.
Okay, so
Don't
there's...
spoil anything.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just sum
tell
it
us
up.
about the sum of all fears.
Yeah, give us the rundown.
Okay, so there's these fucking aliens, right? And they're in fucking space.
Where's Ben Affleck?
And they crash land on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, okay, so the aliens... Okay,
And then what happened?
okay, I'm rubbing my temples.
And
so we
then
get
what
this right.
happened?
Okay, so there's
Uh-huh.
alien spaceships
Yeah.
in space.
Shut
The
up.
alien spaceship crashes into another ship, like ramming speed. I never saw that happen in Star Trek, but maybe it happens in space. So he rams his ship into the other ship for no reason, and then this pod flies out of
Piece of
the
cargo,
ship.
or yeah.
It's glowing orange.
Would you say it's debris?
Yes,
a piece
that
of
is
space
correct.
debris?
It is.
Okay.
It is debris. And
Space
it
debris
flies-
are terrifying.
It flies towards Earth, crash lands onto a ship. So this thing that's like 12 by 6 feet hits a ship.
A
Just
boat,
fucking
yeah.
impossible. It sinks the ship. 5 years later,
Yeah. We're
they-
in the Bermuda Triangle.
right. Oceana organization.
Oceana.
Oceana.
Mm-hmm. Oceana Houlihan.
Shauna.
I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but these
Marine biology research.
is that what they're doing?
Why
Yes.
not? They're in
Yeah,
the
they're
fucking
marine
ocean, and they're in the
biologists.
fucking sea lab.
Okay, right. So they're
Underneath
No,
the
they're working on fucking
sea
ABCs,
lab.
Josh.
they're investigating whatever the fuck they're investigating. They get attacked by sharks.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they say hundreds of sharks. We only see 2 at a time.
Yeah.
And they're hyper raged sharks,
Mhm.
and they're really aggressive, and they make the noise of tigers.
Yes.
And yeah, which is stupid. And then, and there's some. Okay, we'll get into details.
I hate
Yeah.
Mondays.
The sharks. holy shit, this is
No, you're
convoluted.
good. That's it. The sharks start raging, and then
No,
basically
it gets
the
way
sea
more
lab.
It gets way more convoluted. You
That's
gotta
what
remember.
We're just doing a plot. You
Yeah,
don't
just
do a
an
2-minute
overview.
pitch of your whole movie in the elevator to a producer. You're like, all right, sharks. Okay, there's aliens crash in the water. Sharks get pissed. People in the sea lab have to get out.
There you go.
Boom.
Yeah.
Producer's response: zip.
But yeah,
We'll see.
I don't want to spoil the ending.
Oh,
because it
oh,
kinda-
don't we?
Oh no!
Yeah,
These
no, we'll
people-
get to
It
it. We'll get
twists
to it.
in a way that's really
Okay.
amusing.
So first note is opens in space. Holy fuck! Did not see that coming.
So we popped
You got
in
that.
a shark movie.
Yeah,
First thing you see
it's
is
Shark Week. It's Shark Week.
Yeah, Shark Week.
First thing you see is a fucking model spaceship. It's a miniature and it's adorable.
Yeah, it's great actually. It's really nice.
Yeah.
We're like, oh my
Honestly,
god.
it's kind of cool.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
And for a shark movie and for what we just watched, which was, again, Jaws 4, The Revenge. So the spaceship crashes into the ship, blah, blah, blah. You said that 5 years later, we're in the Bermuda Triangle. And then after a while, I stopped writing notes because it was just too entertaining. The next note that I have is Smee is disappointed.
That was his only scene too.
That was the only time we saw that person,
Yeah.
and he looked like fucking Smee.
Yeah, he just takes his hat off. And
These
just,
two people get killed by
Smee.
sharks, and it cuts to the captain pissed off, and then suddenly it cuts to this fucking grizzled
Grandpa
bearded
Smurf.
fuck who's sad about the people dying,
And
who
he's
he
got-
didn't know.
He's got like an old sailor's like cap on,
Right.
you know, like it's not a. What am I trying to say?
Sailor's cap.
A toboggan or a skull cap or
Right,
you know
yeah.
any of those words, and he pulls it off and's like,
Yeah,
like
he's
he just lost, motherfucker. We just saw this. The only time we saw you.
yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
It's me.
Dressed in fucking Waldo's clothes, looking like an asshole. Okay, so
I was just trying
Oshana.
to see if this had a different title because it's not really a shark movie.
it really isn't a shark movie.
It's on IMDb as Raging Sharks.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like it has, if it had a different title, it'd be its new title.
Yeah,
or
no, I
whatnot.
gotcha.
Let's see.
Well,
So
I'm
there's
saying
a-
the script wasn't a shark movie.
No,
but they
I
put
agree, yeah.
They threw sharks in there.
when we got to 3/4 of the film, we were like, "Where the fuck are the sharks at?"
yeah.
So, okay, Smee is
Like, just
disappointed.
make it like. I mean, they're not smart enough to do that, obviously,
Oh,
but just make
God.
it a fucking cabin fever thing.
Yeah, no, I have that as a note too. I don't know why.
You could make it a whole like kind of like The Thing, where you're not sure who to trust, and it's like dealing with their psychological turmoil of A, being stuck in this place, B, knowing that you're running out of oxygen, C, not knowing who you can trust and who you can't trust.
Yeah,
Like that would be a
but
so
here's
much
the
better
thing.
movie.
The movie The Abyss has already done that. The movie Sphere has already done that. And then the movie
Sharon Stone.
Event Horizon did it in space.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
they took Abyss and Sphere and all of that, and then they were like, let's add some sharks somehow. Somehow we got to have
Yeah.
sharks.
Yeah,
Like,
and
'cause
then
we're in
they
the
called-
ocean.
They called the movie Raging Sharks.
Well, I feel like the reason our curiosity as to if it's really a shark movie and originally was a shark movie is because the next note is so many pieces of stock footage from the boat plane at the lake is now at the ocean. Remember, it's like the boat plane is flying low and we can see trees and stuff and it looks like a fucking lake.
Yeah,
But they're in the
right,
middle
yeah.
of the ocean, and then the guy that falls off the boat plane gets eaten by a shark.
Right.
And then there's a boat with a captain, and he's like, oh my God, I can't believe, like,
Yeah.
there's so many pieces of footage that are just disconnected. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like they have the story, okay, the boat, somebody falls off the boat plane and into the ocean. Well, we can't afford that.
Right.
Okay, well, we found some footage. It's at a lake.
They had
Do it.
they
Old
had-
people won't know.
Exactly.
They'll be so fucking
They
blind
had
and
a week of
cataracts
shooting
out.
at the beach in the ocean. They realized later, hey, we don't have enough footage.
Yeah.
So let's go to Lake Powell.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
all
Shoot
the
this
shark
fucking
footage, damn near all the shark footage was from the Discovery Channel.
Mm-hmm.
thing. Yep.
We
Yep.
even had stock footage from a submarine.
Dude,
and
they were so
the
ch-
war.
Yeah.
Like it's
Which is,
so
like,
obvious.
Yeah.
different, like it had like film grain.
Yeah,
on it.
Yeah.
It was like shot in the
different-
80s
yeah.
or something.
But like it was so like they were so cheap with it, where half of the shark attacks are just people flailing around in the water without even die.
Yeah.
Sometimes
no blood,
we would
sometimes.
sometimes we would see a shark, but it was only like, let's say, gills up.
Yeah.
And then somebody, insert actor, was inside, and they were just throwing dye around.
That reminds me of the scene Josh pointed out. That was amazing. With
Which one?
The fin.
Oh yes, I have the fin here. Yeah. At one point we only see a fin.
Yeah, like
it's
the body's supposed to be there. Like you're looking.
But you can see the base of the fake fin.
Yeah,
it's
shoot
unbelievable.
it right. Like
you even had to rewind it
from the back.
Yeah,
so you don't. There's no body in frame, but instead they shot it like a little bit down.
Yeah.
So you can see that it's just a plastic fin. God, fucking idiots!
Speaking
How
of
do you fuck
sharks,
that up? Just look at your dailies.
just look at your dailies.
Look at the screen, dummy.
God.
I'm talking to you, David Lerner. You fuck.
Well, I don't think David Lerner's ever gonna learn.
Yeah.
We're gonna need to tie him up. Next to
There
David
was even
Hebner.
tiger.
Yeah.
There were tiger sound effects. I know we touched on that earlier, but like the second the first shark starts attacking anybody, it's a tiger or a lion or whatever, and it's
or a bear. Oh my!
And it's no. Okay. Bad. Bad, John. Bad, John. I'll go get the crowbar again. I swear to God.
No, please. I swear I'll be good. I promise I'll be good. I promise I'll be good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good.
so like we hear like a growling or
the
shouting, oh God, I forgot that was still going.
But yeah, like you were saying, the fucking sharks are growling like tigers.
Yeah, tigers and lions. It
Like-
makes no sense. Like big cats.
Like that kind of shit. Yeah, dude.
That was terrible.
That is like, you guys don't care.
Yeah,
You guys clearly don't
Yeah,
care.
that was
you
very
just
that was
don't.
very Dog's Divider.
Yeah, like,
Where you're talking about somebody's playing a guitar?
Yeah, and then
They're playing a piano and they use a guitar sound.
Yeah,
or
like,
they're playing
it's
a
a piano piece and they use a guitar visually.
for the folks at home that don't know, we watched a movie called Where the Dogs Divide Her.
It's in a previous
fucking
episode.
atrocious. Yeah,
Yeah,
go
it's
check it out.
go check out that episode.
Yeah, it's episode number
8. It was like 9 or something.
It's episode number
8.
And so go click that.
Mr. Black.
Perfect. I heard the number because you put it in post.
Yeah. Woo.
But yeah, like
I did not.
putting a tiger noise for your shark, like, you guys don't care. You don't care.
I feel
do
like
you?
they're trying
the
to do a
filmmakers.
raging thing to make it seem like the sharks are acting more monstrous than
Do
usual.
you think they honestly thought that would be okay?
But they should have
Or they just
combined
didn't?
it.
I think they didn't give a fuck.
They should have combined.
Your theory is
noises.
pretty accurate
Like,
too. I feel like
they were editing the movie and they're like, okay, I'm getting sick of editing this. It's been 2 years.
You know, it'd
and
be
I'm
great
I'm
if we
shitty.
just re-edit this movie with cat noises, and the editor was like, "Meow, I got my second win." Meow.
I'm reinvigorated.
Okay, so I worked all night. I drank like 50 Red Bulls, but it was totally worth it because like destroying this movie was my now my goal.
Yeah.
So I started over and I changed all the sound effects to large cats. Okay, so by the end of the movie, there are no sharks and only a survival horror exists.
yeah,
which
like
is what we were talking
the
about.
tax man, the IRS guy who was there to like make sure that everything was all copacetic with after 5 or 8
Well,
years,
that and he
however
was trying to get Mike. I only know his name because it was said 1 trillion times.
long. Mike, are you there, Mike?
Mike.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
Husband and wife kept saying each other's names.
But let's just call him the Thai. Can I call him the Thai
Sure.
as like a character?
the
he's
Thai.
like
I
real
got you. Yeah,
clean
that's-
cut and everything.
yeah.
So the Thai
Forehead man from Law and Order.
forehead man. Okay, so he's trying to convince him, Mike and his team to like close up shop and y'all need to get the fuck out of here. Little do we know is that he knew all along what was on the ocean surface.
he knew about the
So he
aliens.
was trying to get them to leave before he started going fucking mad and just
Fucking
killing
psycho.
people.
Yeah.
Like he just starts killing people.
He goes straight up psycho.
Oh, spoiler! He's actually an agent of some secret division. Yada yada. Insert bullshit, and that's why he's
Right.
there.
They completely ditch the sharks.
Yeah.
And the plot becomes him trying to kill them. So
Yeah.
that the secret of aliens doesn't get out.
Yeah. which is what happens in The Abyss. Michael,
Joke's
Michael
on him
Biehn
because
loses
Ridley
his
Scott
mind.
made Aliens,
Yeah.
so it got out.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Secret got out.
The secret's out.
Ridley Scott released it.
Secret's out.
Right.
Secret's out.
The but yeah, the
yeah.
I've never seen a single riddle in a Ridley Scott movie, and that disappoints me.
a riddle.
Yeah. He's Riddle Scott. He's got to have riddles.
Okay, so the movie ends with aliens retrieving space material. So this is the absolute end. We can skip back towards, other elements, but yeah, they descend into the water and they retrieve the glowing, I don't know, it looks like candy, rock candy.
And that whole scene was just so they could have the scene after a few scenes later where the guy's like, "You didn't see the alien?" He's
when it gets all whimsical.
Aliens.
Yeah, dude, like, get it? He's crazy. No one's gonna believe him. How many times have we seen that in a movie?
We saw it on
never.
4th of July for Independence Day.
Right.
Randy Quaid's like, I know these aliens.
Yeah.
They've attacked me before.
Yeah.
And everybody's like,
abducted me.
this guy got abducted by aliens?
Yeah, right.
Bullshit.
He got abducted by
Meanwhile,
aliens.
we're fighting aliens.
All right, back to
I
the
just
mission
don't
where
get
we're
that.
fighting aliens.
That was so stupid.
I just don't get the
yeah.
dialogue in that whole fucking scene.
Roland Emmerich is shit.
I'm still just a
That's
firm
one
believer.
I thought about that I wasn't sure if we had it or not. I saw it at Savers. The
What?
fucking Godzilla with
Oh yeah, with
2001
Matthew
Godzilla.
Broderick.
Oh,
Like
I
the
love that
worst
one.
fucking movie ever.
Do we have that? Because I might go back just to if we don't.
Yeah, we should watch that.
Do we have that? Because I might go back if we don't.
Think so.
I have any and everything Matthew Broderick.
So you do have Godzilla 2001?
And
Okay.
his case files.
Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, where he killed 2 women in Northern Ireland
That's a fact.
or Scotland. I
That's a
don't
fact.
remember, but that was
When
a
you look
fact.
up
Allegedly.
reboot,
no, it was a
tonight,
fact.
look it up.
That's not allegedly. Like he paid.
Allegedly.
Essentially, he had to pay $500 as a court fine for like.
Lawyers.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
People are saying it's a sick ostrich.
Okay,
But
so
yeah,
movie ends with aliens. Josh, fill us in with that, bud.
Yeah, so they're oh god. Oh yeah,
No, they're not God. They're aliens.
Oh, let me just get out this last note.
okay.
Josh says it's retarded.
Oh right, yeah. I insisted that you write that down. That was one of my many exclamations during the film.
I proclaim that this is stupid.
I just wanted to. I know
Dictated, not read.
we need to get out of here soon because it's
Yeah.
really late. Mike, the main character, is getting attacked by a fuckload of sharks, and so
Now, how much is the fuckload? Moving on.
about 100, apparently, according to the movie.
Yeah.
And his wife, Linda, has the brilliant plan to call the submarine and ask them to shoot a torpedo at
The
the
shark
sharks.
that's attacking Mike.
The captain says, if we do that, he's gonna die. And she says it's his only chance.
It's so
Still, wait, he's gonna
Obi-Wan.
die.
It's his only chance. Obi-Wan, blow up the entire spaceship with all the main characters on it.
Yeah, like shoot. So he's like, okay, and he shoots the torpedo, and
It blows up.
It
like
just blows
8
up. It
sharks.
doesn't hit anything. It just blows up.
it's fucking impossible to shoot a shark with a torpedo.
Yeah.
It's like shooting a fly with a gun.
That can't be done. Hold my beer. Just start shooting randomly
Apparently,
into
you
the
don't
sky.
realize I got wanted bullets.
Yeah, curve that shit.
Curve that shit.
But yeah, that was.
I have fly-seeking bullets.
But
Why
yeah,
did they make these?
That scene was really
What-
fucking stupid.
What
and
is
then,
that from? It's yeah. We got baby skull seeking bullets. Babies. I think I want to say whitest kids you know, but it was something like that. Where it's like, why do they even make these?
I have no idea.
But yeah, they're dying apparently on the ship or the base or whatever, and then they have this 40-minute scene where they're crying and sad, and then
Suffocating.
Yeah, right. And they look out the window.
Not only is oxygen low, there are fires creating carbon monoxide and
Right.
smoke.
Yeah, they have all the burners going on their stove, which
Yeah.
is of danger
We
apparently.
should point out that all the pyrotechnics, you could see the mouth, the
Yeah.
valve the hose in which the fire was coming out of. It was like
it's like
even disguise it.
You could see each valve. It was like a string of valves where you could see it.
It looked like a
not to be confused with a string of valves.
menorah. It just looked like a
You watch
menorah.
Val Kilmer movie after Val Kilmer movie after Val Kilmer movie
Right.
after Val Kilmer.
I've done that
movie.
many times.
I can't blame you.
Yeah. I love me some valves.
Everyone loves Val
So,
Kilms. Especially Val Kilms.
right. And so they're okay. So they're dying or whatever. They're having their scene, and then they look out the window and they see the aliens coming down.
Yeah.
Very slowly,
Mm-hmm.
and they're retrieving their object, and
They should have just made it Aliens vs. Sharks. Sorry to stop you. I would have preferred Aliens vs. Sharks.
Like,
That would have
the
been a
title.
much better movie. Yeah.
I feel like they would have gotten more people to watch it because that sounds stupid.
I'd watch that shit. It'd be dumb as hell, but I'd watch the hell out of a movie where aliens fight sharks.
yeah. Me too. But
Fuck yeah.
what the fuck happens after that? Oh yeah, so they somehow survive.
Somehow they survive.
Oh yeah, it's like an atomic explosion.
Yeah, the whole facility blows up.
And she survives underwater without
Both our male
an
and
oxygen.
female protagonist, and then the bad guy, the villain.
Yeah,
they all
and
survive.
the villain's about to get him underwater.
Not to
and
mention
then
the
he gets eaten by
facility-
a shark.
Yeah.
The facility is so low in the ocean floor
the water
that
pressure
to
would make
just
your-
rise, your
yeah.
insides would explode if you were to go.
For
okay,
real.
all right. So
Yeah.
apparently they survive a massive facility explosion at the bottom of the fucking ocean, and somehow they get to the top. Okay, you got me.
Yeah.
And then a shark eats the bad guy.
yeah. The shark, the bad guy, and both our leads survived.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but and then remember they
Torpedo
they
sucks.
they open the door to the submarine while
Yes.
it's submerged underwater.
Yeah,
Physically
that's
impossible.
impossible.
Not strong enough. And then to top that off, just
What did you say? Only the Hulk could do that.
No, that's just yeah.
not even the
Not
Hulk.
even the
oh,
Hulk
not
could do
even
that.
Hulk.
But then
maybe
like
he could,
but then on top of
He
that,
could.
after they've gotten into the submarine, he gives her CPR by just giving her mouth to mouth with no chest compressions and manages to suck the water out of her lungs.
Yeah, to where she kind of just she spits the water out as if like a bug flew in her mouth.
Yeah.
Like the second she was drinking water and she was like, it was like,
yeah, like
that's not how, I've never seen anybody drown and then come back to life, so I don't know.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
anybody who can act worth a damn in a drowning scene doesn't fucking just go.
yeah. I mean, we've all seen Sandlot. There you go.
Yeah.
But it's
Whatever that
like-
has to do with it. I'm kidding.
yeah.
I'm kidding. The drowning scene.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
He knows exactly what he's
So yeah, they
doing.
couldn't even get that right.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, remember whenever Mike, whenever when Mike was swimming hundreds of
Oh, he
yards
outswam
under,
a shark.
he's at the bottom of the ocean again. They're at the depths of the ocean, and Mike is swimming in a regular scuba diving suit.
Right.
Not one that is thermal, weighted, nothing like that. It's just a regular, I'm going to go out to the fucking lake or the ocean
Yeah.
or this pool that is inside of a studio where we're shooting.
Right.
So
Cinema
She's
Chat
like-
is filmed in front of a live studio audience in a pool.
in a pool.
Brought to you by YMCA. Don't use our theme song. We'll
Yeah.
sue you.
Okay, so
But yeah, he's swimming.
Mike's manages to swim, even though Linda is like, Mike, you better swim fast. They're angry or whatever. Insert aggressive word. But
Yeah.
so he's swimming, and then all of a sudden he's at the hatch, and then all of a sudden he walks into the office dry, wearing the clothes he was wearing.
Wearing a t-shirt and jeans.
He's just totally pulled out of the ocean.
Yeah. Instantly.
Brutality. He told me to insert an aggressive word. That's pretty
Shut
aggressive.
the fuck up, John. We're both looking at you with anticipation, like, yes, go on. What are you gonna say? And you're like,
I see you quick.
fuckery.
I see you. I see you shiver with anticip.
3 days later. So, let's get into Cinema Shat, Shit Show Showdown, Shark Week Edition, Best of the Week.
Showdown.
Butter.
Detective Butter.
Noise. Cinema Shat. Shit.
Cinema,
Show.
cinema, cinema,
Show.
cinema,
Sound.
Shat.
shit your ass down and talk about movies with us. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, so Josh,
Raging Sharks.
ask John
Oh,
what
okay.
his favorite of the week is.
John, hey, Jen, what was your favorite show of the week?
Well, I think when it came down to it, I mean, I really did enjoy both Patient.
I knew it was coming. Oh, I knew it was coming.
No,
Rocky Horror reference.
easily, Raging Sharks was so much better.
That was a plane
Like-
flying over my head.
Raging Sharks was so much better.
Yeah.
Just because it was more entertaining with how terrible it was. Because
Something
Jaws
smells
4
like
was
it's
just
burning.
boring as fuck.
You guys smell that?
Oh, I think Rachel's cooking downstairs.
Oh, okay. Sorry, John.
But yeah, Jaws 4 was just really, really boring.
Cinema Shat is
And
filmed in
one
front of
the
a kitchen. Sorry.
It's a hard knock life for us.
But yeah,
Put your
Yeah.
head in the oven
For us. We're going to rip off J-A-Z.
J-A-Z. Okay, so what were you saying though?
Okay, Jaws 4 was one of the stupidest plots I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was stupid. It was just boring. So like, yeah, the lesser of two evils is definitely Raging Sharks.
Yeah.
absolutely.
And Josh, your pick?
Yeah, so I was thinking.
Would you ask me what my pick is? Sorry.
How did you know I was gonna do that? So my pick for the evening was Josie and the Pussycats. No, it was Raging Sharks. Fucking obviously.
Clearly, yeah.
Yeah.
Josie and the Pussycats meet Scooby-Doo and the gang.
Yeah, right.
With a splash
Don
of
Knotts
Harlem
makes a
Globetrotters.
special
Jaws.
appearance too.
Jaws 4: The Revenge is one of the dumbest premises I've ever seen. It's not one of the dumbest movies I've ever
Seriously.
seen.
It is. How did that get approved?
I have a question. Go ahead, finish your sentence.
It's the most ill-conceived premise I've ever fucking heard of. Like,
stupid.
a 5-year-old would be like, "What? That's stupid. Why are you doing that?" It's that fucking retarded. Mentally challenged. Sorry.
Question,
What was your question?
question to you and the audience, recalling a previous Shit Show Showdown and Cinema Shat episode when we watched Inalienable.
Mm.
You're reading the plot to Inalienable, and you're reading the plot to Jaws: The Revenge. Which one do you watch?
Wait, so reading the plot?
The plot, just
Okay.
the premise alone, because we're all saying that Jaws 4 has, because clearly I'm going to choose Raging Sharks, and Jaws 4: The Revenge was an absolute fucking.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
cannot believe that got
Are
made.
you saying
Okay,
premise-wise?
so yeah, premise-wise, Inalienable. All right, an alien court drama,
Right.
a shark revenge movie.
Okay, that is a good fucking question.
Okay.
Because Inalienable is
The
fucking
premise,
stupid.
just the premise.
Just
Yeah.
the premise alone, I gotta go with the Shark Revenge movie. 'Cause
Okay,
I feel
fair
like
enough.
It could be better executed. Like, it's stupid as fuck, even as a premise. But if better executed, that could be some entertaining schluck.
So could an
Word.
alien court drama. don't
Alien
you
court
think?
drama? No.
I think alien court drama is better than
Oh,
an animal that has the brain the
Sentient?
size of a grape.
yeah.
That's
But-
probably bigger than that. But like having revenge and knowing who someone's
Yeah,
kids are.
That is
But-
really dumb.
But no, they're both dumb. So
They're both
I
dumb.
totally get your
Yeah,
pick.
like-
But I think Inalienable could be done by a smarter.
What if
director or
David Lynch
something.
did it?
Okay.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
I'm just
Okay.
He would
saying,
nail
like,
that shit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, premise-wise.
But David Lynch wouldn't do a courtroom drama. It would be this weird, like...
He would, but it would be nothing like
It
a
wouldn't
courtroom
be, yeah, it
drama
wouldn't be
anybody has ever witnessed
Now,
or
yeah.
seen.
Now, when it comes to who's directing which premise, maybe that doesn't count as far
Yeah.
as what you're asking.
Yeah, it has to be purely
Because- A
premise-based.
good
Okay, yeah,
director
yeah.
could make something good out of anything.
Yeah.
So
That's very true.
the movies as they are, they're very close.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, Jaws: The Revenge is fucking stupider by far. But what do you think?
I don't know. It's a hard question. I was
It's-
like, the second I ask him.
As
the
my
second I
grandma
answer.
would say, that's a toughie.
Yeah. See, I really liked the concept of.
As my
an
grandma would
alien-
say, wake your ass up and tie off my arm.
the stove's gonna burn it. Not my arm, dumbass. The fucking heroin. It's gonna fucking hurry up.
That's dork.
Just kidding. I love you, Grandma. Rest in peace.
Everybody loves her.
But yeah, what were you saying?
She's like, turn off the stove when I pass out.
That's dark. It's fucking dork.
Turn off the stove when I pass out.
So,
I would have to say, fuck. I'm remembering Inalienable, and the moment it turns into Spider-Man 2, and his tentacles are like all over the place.
Yeah.
But then
Oh
I'm
my
thinking,
God.
yeah,
Jaws.
2 interns moving the tentacles off camera.
See, the premise, I don't know. I think I'd have to go with Alien.
Wrong.
I don't know.
That
That's
was
a hard
your choice.
question.
Why are you yelling wrong?
No, I
He's
just-
agreeing with you.
Anything he was gonna say.
I know.
Wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Will
Sharks
admit
sounds
he-
more.
But it's wrong.
Sharks. Anything with sharks in it sounds more exciting than courtroom drama. Even
Yeah,
with the
that's
word
true.
alien.
That's
That's
where
fucking
that's where I
true.
was. That's where I was in the thing was like at the end of the day, it's like shark movie.
But then
That's true,
having
yeah.
seen a shark movie that was so lackluster, it's just proof that the word shark doesn't make it
yeah.
it's mean it's going to be an exciting
Yeah.
movie.
Have-
Granted, Atomic Shark I would rather watch again.
Of
That
course,
was
dude.
way more.
Atomic
Atomic
Shark
Shark was
was
great.
like a million times better
Yeah.
than this. And that's
Was it better
fucking
than Raging
terrible.
Sharks? Yes, I'm gonna
Yeah,
answer
oh,
follow.
yeah, easily,
Yeah,
It's clearly
it
better than
actually
Raging
was.
Sharks.
Yeah.
it was more inept than Raging Sharks.
So I'm gonna change my pick. I'm gonna choose Atomic Shark
But I don't
again
even
this
think
week.
Atomic- yeah, can I
Hey,
can I change it to
can't do
Atomic
that.
Shark also?
Absolutely,
no, you
yeah.
can't do
And
that.
I don't,
Josh,
I don't
do you
think
wanna change
Atomic
yours?
Shark was more inept because you had
That was like 3 months ago.
you had the scene where they were like blowing it out the fuse, and the music would stop, like it'd be dramatic. And then
Oh
they blew
my
the fuse out, and then
God,
they'd
yeah.
light it
Atomic
again,
Shark's
it goes-
fucking
like,
hilarious.
I feel like
But-
Atomic Shark was a little self-aware.
Yeah. Oh, it
It was,
clearly was.
definitely.
Yeah.
From the commercials,
Yeah.
from the comedic bits, from the fact that the shark is.
Do you guys
Explodes?
notice how every week we always get something terrible and something that's bad but is way more watchable?
Mm-hmm.
We rarely have like toss-ups where
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
oh man,
it's
I can't
usually one
pick.
in the
It's
one or
never
the
like
other.
I
that.
can't think of a
It's
toss-up
always
that we've
something
had.
fucking that we like
last-
or we hate.
what
Well,
is the last
Legend,
toss-up we
Legend,
had?
and
Yeah,
what did
Legend
We
and
it was
We're
Tim-
Back
No, it was Legend and
because
the
We're Back
Shadow.
was with the other one.
Because it was Tim Curry.
Legend
It
and
ended up
the
being
Shadow,
Curry.
Curry-a-thon, yeah.
That was a toss-up.
That one.
That was a toss-up.
Those were both pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked both of those.
Yeah, I think we were I like the
That's
Shadow
the-
way
that's-
more, but yeah.
That's the closest one I can think of to where
Think so,
the,
yeah.
the spectrum was more closer to the center, like trying to figure out which one we
The
liked
Steven
more.
Seagal and Van Damme were
Yeah.
fairly
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
We both like
They
those.
were both very similar. In,
Yeah.
in
Dude,
function.
Steven Seagal's hands.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah,
Dude, they're
yeah.
so fast.
Jean-Claude Van Damme's feet.
Yeah, I was
Dude.
just about to say legs.
Seagal shoving a dude in a phone booth twice. That was good.
I said, son.
I'm half Marlon Brando, half cancer patient. Okay. Cool, guys.
Typically, we save movies that we've watched previously, not with Shit Show. We like to share with one another, but now we're running out of time. I'm getting a little
Aw.
sleepy.
Yeah,
Did you
it's-
want to
it's
share
late.
something?
I mean, I wanted to talk about adaptation,
Oh, fuck.
but we can say
Son
that.
of a
Okay,
another
bitch.
show.
all right. All
I
right.
wanted to talk about that too. It is 12:30.
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
It's gonna
Give us
it's gonna-
5 minutes,
It's gonna
John.
go too long.
No, John. Give us
All
5
right.
minutes. Josh,
All right.
you and I will not say a thing. We're just gonna
So-
nod. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
I gotta say something.
I know, I
wanna
know, I
talk
know.
about it like
5
in
minutes.
general,
That's okay.
but It was
What did you think, man?
oh, it was fantastic. Charlie Kaufman is an amazing writer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I loved it so much. Nicolas Cage puts on a great performance.
Mhm.
I forget the actor's name, but the guy that plays LaRoche puts on a fucking phenomenal performance.
Oh,
And so-
Missing Tooth.
Yeah, Missing
Chris
Tooth.
Cooper.
Okay, yeah.
Chris Cooper.
Chris Cooper. He won an Academy Award,
Mhm.
right?
Supporting.
Yeah. So, essentially, it is Charlie Kaufman
Playing.
writing. Like Nick Cage playing Charlie Kaufman, but it's written by Charlie Kaufman,
Mm-hmm.
and he has a twin brother in this one named Donald Kaufman, who is like a complete fucking like just nothing like Charlie. He's
Doesn't
like,
exist, by the way.
he does, no, he's not a real. He's not a
Right,
real.
yeah.
I love
person.
that.
Yeah, but like, so he's writing this adaptation of a book which started out as a New York Times article, and it's about the flower, the ghost orchid or whatever, the hunt
Yeah.
for the ghost orchid.
The orchid
But
thief.
he wanted to make the movie about just flowers, period. Like, it's not about LaRoche, it's not about the book, it's just about flowers. And he's not able to come up with anything writing wise. Meanwhile, his like entire world is kind of like he is self-loathing. He's always getting on about, oh, I'm fat, I'm balding, fucking. He's got these like sexual fantasies because he's unfulfilled romantically and sexually. And he's just trying to write this piece, but he's under all this pressure. And then it keeps cutting back to the scenes of the original writer of the book with LaRoche and figuring out what happened. And just the way that he tells the story is so fucking brilliant. And spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, go fucking watch it right now.
Turn this off right now.
Or
right
just
now and watch
skip to the end.
But
have a good night. Go watch adaptation.
The way he has some of my favorite scenes in the movie were the ones with Brian Cox. Because he's talking about where he's having an internal monologue, and then Brian Cox is playing the like an acting coach that helped Donald get his script up, which was already just Hollywood so dumb.
Schlock.
One thing that I love so much about it, the script, is where he's trying to run it by Charlie, and he's like, yeah, so the twist is that because there's a serial killer and he's holding this woman hostage, and this detective is trying to find the serial killer at the police station. So the twist is all the same people. And Charlie's like, it's all the same people. How is that physically possible? And Donald just doesn't get him.
Yeah,
he doesn't get what he's saying. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
And
that's what's crazy about it. It's the twist.
So he just shines him on.
It's the twist.
Yeah,
that's what he says.
Like, he's not understanding that's stupid.
And I don't know I don't know the symbolism behind it, but I was really intrigued to figure out more why Donald was constantly on the floor. I mean, maybe it was to lead up to the whole car accident part as kind of like a foreshadowing thing.
Dude,
but
through the windshield?
Yeah, right through the windshield. And then before that, he gets shot, too, and it's all casual. But this leads me back to the whole Brian Cox scene. So, with Brian Cox, it was so brilliant of how many, like, just kind of tongue-in-cheek deliberately out there, like, so he's having an internal monologue, and then it's cut off by Brian Cox being like, and don't you dare do an internal monologue, it's fucking stupid and lazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stupid and lazy.
So he ends up talking with the writing teacher later on, and so he's saying that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, the life is more than just that. It's more than just this boring, nothing happens thing. And you're writing this story that goes nowhere with nothing. Like, no, that's not going to work. Don't bore me with 2 hours of fucking schlock. And then
I don't want to write car crashes.
Yeah.
I don't want to write murder. I don't want to write, and everything he's saying is happening in the movie.
Because and that's what's so brilliant about it too, is because all this starts happening only after he has the conversation with Brian Cox, and he's telling him like, you can fix it with the third act, and the third act becomes complete Hollywood movie. Complete Hollywood movie.
I just get fucking chills.
Dude, yeah.
It's so goddamn good.
It is my favorite movie.
Period?
Yes.
Wow.
No.
I love meta art, and it is the epitome for me. It is my favorite movie.
Charlie Kaufman is an amazing meta writer.
F is for Fake is one of the best meta films.
Fuck, man. F is for Fake is great.
But I agree. This one is a bit more entertaining with its linear story. F is for Fake is more like an abstract, almost like a wink at Dada.
Oh, dude,
like
F is for Fake is brilliant. But the most fascinating thing about the adaptation for me is the movie is the Orchid Thief movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're watching the Orchid Thief movie.
He doesn't want to write about the Orchid Thief.
No, that's
yet you're watching the
unfortunately,
Orchid Thief.
that's exactly what he writes.
He started writing a movie about the Orchid Thief, and then he couldn't think of what to write, so he wrote himself into the Orchid Thief.
Yes.
The writer is the main character in the movie.
Yeah.
In real life.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Dude.
It's so good.
Fucking
Everybody,
mind
if you're still
blown,
listening, we told you to fucking stop. Like, go fucking see this movie.
This is the most brilliant fucking thing I've ever seen.
It's so good.
Liam showed me this film.
Right? Yeah, I think I saw it in Liam's class too. But yeah, his brother, who is not real, is is like the opposite of him, like you were saying.
Yeah,
I think
essentially
he
probably what he wanted
our other
to be.
voice
Yeah.
in our head.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Durden.
it was
He
like
wants
a
to
part of
sell
him.
out
Yeah.
and write Hollywood schlock,
Which
but
is-
he's like, I don't want to do that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And that's what's great when he dies. It's like a part of him
Yeah.
dies. That part of him like dies. Fucking
Nicolas Cage lost out that year for Best Actor.
that's bullshit.
Yeah, he played
Who did he lose
two.
to?
I can't remember.
He should have won.
He
man.
should have won that. Yeah.
Absolutely. But whatever, the fucking Oscars are bullshit. Leo DiCaprio for The Revenant.
Yeah,
guys
That was
hide?
one of those.
You
That
guys
was one of
fucking
those
hide?
where like it became
just
like
gave
a
it
run,
to
yeah,
him.
Yeah.
It became like such a meme online where it's like Leo needs an Oscar. That eventually they're just like, okay,
That
Here,
is
yeah.
so.
He
I'm
deserved it
sorry.
for
Have
The
you guys
Departed.
Seen The Revenant?
yeah. Oh, he was great in The
Yeah.
Departed. I haven't.
No,
seen
I've seen The
Revenant.
Revenant. I love The Revenant, but I don't think it was his Oscar performance. I think he's done other Oscar performances before.
We're out of time, but
Yeah.
we should talk about The Revenant next time
Yeah.
because I have a lot to say about it.
Yeah.
But cool. But yeah, watch Adaptation. I had a bunch of stuff I was gonna say, but I forgot it. So, but that's
We
okay.
can talk. We can
Way
bring,
to go.
we can talk more about it next time as
Yeah,
well.
sure,
I mean,
man.
there's always this
always
this
talk about
time
it.
is just
Can I
for
borrow your copy?
general talking.
Of Adaptation?
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Fuck
man.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
gonna rewatch that shit.
Well, guys, that's it for us. Gentlemen, it's always a treat every week being in the studio with y'all. It was really fun to do Shark Week. We've been planning this for what? I think I planned this out like 3 weeks ago. Like,
Yeah.
we have to do fucking Shark Week.
Yeah,
And then even months ago, I was like, when Shark Week comes around, we should do Shark Week. So it's crazy that it's finally here.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
what are we in? Like 18 episodes now?
Something
I think
like
this is
that, yeah.
18 or 19.
Are we? Really?
Yeah, dude, we're
Cool.
in it deep.
Yeah, that's
We
But
are
just-
in the deep end.
Just imagine, like, we were doing this 3 or 4 months before we even started podcasting and doing stuff for the channel. So, like,
Yeah.
it's crazy that we're at this point.
Yeah, it's
Um,
cool. If you've been listening, we appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
much
we appreciate all of y'all.
Quick shout out to our boy Randy, new sub, and then I want to do a quick shout out to
Randy.
Randy,
Capital R. Small Y.
and then I want to do a quick shout out to a good old friend of mine, childhood friend. His name is Ruben. He's involved with a lot of the traffic that we do on Facebook and
Cool.
our social media outlets.
He's a friend of yours?
Yeah, he's a friend of mine, and
Fuck
he's
yeah,
always
man.
he's always
You've got a
liking and
friend
supporting
in
our
me.
shit. So I just wanted to shout him out real quick and let him know that
Fuck yeah.
we're noticing him and all the support he provides. That being
Thanks, man.
said, guys, please be sure to visit our channel. Go to that subscribe. Blah 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 blah. Subscribe at Alien Art
Jeez, he's
School.
great.
Yada yada yada.
Adrian Brody won that year for the pianist.
The Pianist?
Yeah.
Oh.
Word. That's a good movie.
Oh, I forgot that he did win that year.
Fuck that.
Well, anyways, until next time, guys, be sure and hit us here in the comments what movies you think we should watch. Hit us
Yeah.
up on Facebook at Alien Art School or Instagram with the same tag.
Yeah.
Give us ideas for movies to watch because we're always looking to watch some shit and some good movies. Send us some good
Yeah.
movies too.
Absolutely. Do you guys remember in The Pianist where that old dude in the wheelchair
You
falls
said
2 floors?
penis.
He falls 2 floors and splats on his face in the middle of the street. Isn't that funny?
I've never seen The Pianist.
Oh, spoilers.
Nah, he's just talking about the scene from Mac and Me. Don't worry about it.
All right, guys, that's it for us. Much love. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
Peace.